Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Gary Spencer. How's everybody doing? I wanted to make this video on something that just came to mind. Want to talk about like the likes and the dislikes of gaming, like that I used to have, and that I kind of have right now. So the likes and dislikes about gaming. Now let's see. Now, the likes I have about about gaming, of course, you guys see it right behind me is the retro games because you heard a lot of many times brings back mad memories. Retro games is really what got video games started and how they started off to be good in the first place. Like all the systems that came out from the 90s and early 2000s and whatnot, like Sega up to PlayStation 2, Xbox, and all that. A lot of good, games, and a lot of good games, and especially games on the PlayStation 2 that I never even heard of or played before. And the same goes for the Sega Genesis and whatnot. You know, it's like there's still games out there. I'm looking to get. And like hopefully one day that some of those games, will appear on Amazon and hopefully for a cheap price. Like for instance, for PlayStation 2, Crime Life Gang War game. I've been looking for that game, and on Sega Genesis, like for instance, like the Flintstones and like some other action games. But right now they're not in stock, or some of them are just high priced. But my likes about gaming, like I said, it's pretty fun, and I think the likes I like to save it. I like to save that, save that for last because gaming is like is one of those things where you save the best for last. Now I used to, like I said, I used to play. I used to be so addicted, man. I used to play in the AM. I used to play like in the AM, like on Saturdays, like on the weekends, like when I didn't have school and whatnot. I used to play that. I used to play in the AM, like I said years ago. Genesis, of course, and then like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. How could I not? Because getting the PlayStation 1, for the first time, around my fourth grade year was really exciting. So, yeah, I was on that all day. I was like literally on that all Christmas Day. And then got up and played it the next day. And same goes for the PlayStation 2 when I got it, too. I used to play video games in the AM, but it's like now that I realize that if I play, video games in the AM, then it's like come later, unless if I'm gonna play another system later, other than that, I won't feel like I won't, I probably wouldn't want to play later because it's like, oh, because I done played early, so it's just like it kind of like ruined the evening and whatnot in a way, but but that was a long time ago. But now, like I said, I like to save the best for last, play video, and start gaming, and even sometimes doing videos like later on because make the evening good, and whatnot, and good and entertaining. So that's the way I look at it. That's like the way I look at it, and that's like some of the likes that I have when it comes to gaming. And like I said, just like I did the video last time about collecting games, like the benefits of collecting games, that's that's part of a lot. That's the likes I have about gaming. Like I said, now when it comes to it, that I've collected so many retro games. Now it's like, man, I wish I could have been doing this like years ago. Like I said, I was a kid. I wasn't like we were kids. We weren't old enough to work, make money, or even drive or go out on our own and buy them ourselves. Because it's like I know my parents wasn't gonna buy me all them games at the time. So it's like, yeah, back then it would have been like, no. And then the question is, where was I going to put them? So wouldn't really have much of a, much of space to put them to. So probably taking up so much space back then, and And I said, who knows what my mom's would have been saying and thinking too. So that's that was out of the question. So, but that's some of the likes I have now. Now the dislikes I have about it is number one, of course, the price on retro games today, is which is like stupid ridiculous, and like even for one game, like for instance, when I was looking at on PlayStation 2, Capcom vs SNK 2, because I remember having that Street Fighter game a long time ago on the PlayStation 2. I looked that up. It was like $60 or $70 on Amazon. That shit was ridiculous. I'm like, what the? Are you serious? Like, and then on the Sega Genesis, the Flintstones was like around that price too. Like was probably like over $70, I believe, maybe $74, 80. I'm like, OMG, like that's one of the dislikes I have about the games about games nowadays because I'm just hoping that one day they have a change of heart and they bring those prices down low enough, like because back in 2017 16 when I was buying 2017 18 when I was buying these games, it's like they was on Amazon they was at a lower price, and also if I couldn't find them on Amazon, I'd go on the Lukey Games and luckily find something on there, depending on what game it was though. Now that's the dislikes I have about game. That's the dislikes that I have. Excuse me. And like another dislike that I used to have back in the day, that I used to have when it came to gaming was part of it partly is well, I don't want to say sharing, but yeah, yes and no of sharing, but I didn't really have I didn't really have a choice. I didn't really have a choice, sometimes I wanted to share, sometimes I didn't. Like I'm like for instance, but like what I also but yeah, like I said, sometimes I wanted to share, sometimes I didn't. I guess it all depended on what mood I was in. And also another thing is like, when one of my older brothers was always, playing the PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 every day after school, every day I got home after school, the part that like was like aggravating me the most was when like, instead of him putting the game back into the case, he would put the game on top of he would put the game put the game on top of the console instead of putting it in the case, and then that's how the games were getting scratched up. Was all getting scratched up, was getting all scratched and screwed up, and then like, the game would stop working after a while. And like I'm thinking to myself, like, why does he always put these games on top of the console? That's how they be breaking and getting scratched up so easily. You know what I mean? Like, just put them back in the case where they go, and then that won't happen though. But it's just like that was some of the dislikes that I had about when it came to games, like I wish that just like I wish back then, like if there was any way I could, like right now, I wish we were able to have our own TV in our room while while the TV was being used in the living room or downstairs in the game room. And then I also had my own console, because I would take some of those games that he'd be taking out and putting them on top of the console. I would have just put those games right in my room, and I'd be playing them whenever. So, but that was a dislike that I had when it came to games. And then also like in department stores when it came to kiosk and whatnot. You get so excited when when I knew what store my mom was going to. And around the time when PlayStation 1 was up, PlayStation 1 was popular, and it was like it was like PlayStation 1 and whatever other game kiosk was popular at the time. Around that time, I think N64 too. But whatever, but like I said, but whatever other kiosk they had when PlayStation 1 was popular, and they had the game kiosk in the stores. It's like I would get getting so the dislike that I had, getting so excited to be like, okay, I wonder what if they got another demo disc in there, or I can't wait to play this game again because last time when I played this such and such game on the kiosk, it was fun. But the dislike part that I had was when went in there and somebody was on it and taking too freaking long on there. Just part of me just wanted to say, just hurry up, man! Like hurry up, or let's play some, put some on two players or whatnot. But that was like the dislike part. That was like the dislikes that I had about it was just sitting there waiting for the person to get done, and then who knows how long it would take that person will be playing, and then sometime by the time they finish up and I get on it, then it's my time had already ran out. So that was like the dislikes. That was like one of the dislikes that I had when it came to gaming, especially in stores too. So it's like hopefully either I would find another game to play, or I'll just sit there and wait, be like, okay, maybe this person will be done soon. So that was the way I looked at. That was like the way I looked at it too. So but yeah, that's pretty much my likes and dislikes that I have about gaming and whatnot, and that's all I have got to say. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And so y'all know what to do. Leave y'all's comments and thoughts down below. Click that thumbs up. This your boy Garrett Spencer. You guys take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time. And remember, y'all, once a gamer, always a gamer. Keep on gaming, y'all.